Back again as always, and this video has actually nothing to do with comics. It's a request that I got from Blade 911100, and I was at work and I got a message in my inbox, and he wanted to see some of my records that are behind me. So I picked out my favorites, and there's a lot of them. So this video is going to be a minute. It's going to be quite a long video. I might have to break it into two sections. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. That way I can get through them. The first records I'm going to show is a band called Make Do and Men, one of my all-time favorite bands. And this is their 10-inch record, and it's on orange out of 200. And then they have a record out, and it is Bodies of Water. This is a 12-inch LP, and I have a lot of the pressings of this. The first one is Baby Blue with black silk screen on the front cover here, or actually it's the B side, the back. And then the second I have is the black with blue. It's just the opposite. It's the black with the blue silk screen. And then I got the newest pressing of it, and it's white with white silk screen. So it's really hard to see unless I get it at the right angle. But if I get it at the right angle, it's going to be impossible to see. But there's white silk screen on here. And then they came out with their third most recent album called In Measure Mile. Wow, they've been putting records out left and right. And I've got a whole bunch of pressings of these. I'm not going to show all of them because it'll take too much time. But this particular one is orange. I've got about 5 different colors. And then they put out Part and Parcel, which is an all-acoustic album. A lot of people didn't like it. I liked a few songs off of it. It definitely wasn't their best stuff. And then they just released a new album a couple months ago, and they actually just pressed it on vinyl, so I'm going to have to get it. I don't quite have it yet. And that's what the record looks like. It's got some printing on it, which looks just like the front cover. It's on yellow. Trying to get them all together here. Bear with me. This on the bottom. And then there's a band called Gypsy that just released Giant's Despair, which is a pretty sweet album. If you like Jawbreaker, you should definitely check them out. They're very, very similar in music style. And I actually got the pressing, and if you look on here, there's a bunch of dream catchers. And the first 50 people that ordered it got one of the dream catchers from the actual photo shoot. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it's on pink vinyl out of 50. And then one of my favorite bands as of late, Pento, the best dude. Shout out to Mike. What's going on? I'm sure you'll see this video eventually. And they have this is their split with a band called Young English, which is an awesome split. And Mike was nice enough to hook me up with their test press, which is number 19 out of 20. Mike always hooks me up. He's the best. Speaking of Pento, this is Wrecked, their LP that they put out right before the split. And I got all the different colors of that one. There's what? Orange, green, and I believe black. Orange, green, and white. So I got all 3 of those. And of course, he hooked me up once again, Panic Records, with the test press. So he's always looking out for me, and I really appreciate that. Shout out to my man James Corby, who's out right now on Warped Tour with a band called Man Overboard. Shout out to Man Overboard. But he's in a band called True Things, James Corby is, and he hooked me up with a pre-order of this LP, and it's number 3 of 50. I'm telling you, this video is going to be a minute, so hopefully you'll bear with me and enjoy the records as much as I do. Most of the music that I'm into is mostly pop punk and hardcore music. As I've gotten older, I've gotten into more chill music.
He listens to country.
Yeah, okay. I'm not young and angry and aggressive like I once was. Sometimes, you know, I'll be on a kick of some aggressive music, but not like I used to be. And then this is a band called Transit, and it's a record called Keep It To Yourself. Great record. It's probably my favorite by them. I'm not going to pull them out and show you all of them because it would just take way too long. I'm sure it will bore you half to death, so I'm already at 7 minutes. Tegan and Sarah. Great record. It's called Sainthood. And then there's a band that I'm really into, and this is a little bit more aggressive. If you're into hardcore, you obviously know who they are. This video is going out to mostly people that I chat with about comic books, so they may not be into hardcore music. But Dead End Path, it's a record called Blind Faith. It's their newest LP. And I got all the pressings of this. And then also I went to This Is Hardcore last year, and I had been trying to see them. I kind of got a funny story. I've been trying to see them for a few different shows, and every time their show came up, something would come up. And at This Is Hardcore, they played early. They played one of the first bands on the last day. And I go to get in my car, and somehow I lost my keys at the hotel that I was staying at, because it's in Philadelphia, and I live right by Washington, D.C. And so we spent 3 hours in the pouring rain with a guy trying to get my car open. We had to call a locksmith to come out, which cost us almost $200, or over 200, right around 200. And so when I got to the show, I explained to them what happened, and I was really hoping to get a This Is Hardcore pressing of their newest album. And the guitar player, I was talking to the guitar player, and he said, as long as you don't flip this shit on eBay, I'll hook you up. So I bought 1 record, and they gave me 2. And that really meant a lot, because I had been trying to see them for a while.
Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, I saw them up in Philly when we went to go see Bane and who else played that show? But we went up to Philly at a different time and finally got to see them and a band called Bane.
In the freezing cold.
Yeah, and it was in the middle of winter, so it was freezing cold out. Another one of my favorite bands, Balancing Composure. And this is on gold. It's out of 500. And it's called Only Boundaries. Ooh, yeah. Street Proud by a band called Riding Out from California. Bunch of funny ass guys. But if you like, I don't know, it's more of a punk hardcore record than anything else. When this first came out, I listened to it on the daily, and it's a really good record. You guys should check it out. I know hardcore music doesn't appeal to everybody. It's an acquired taste. Excuse me. And if any of you kids that listen to hardcore music, videos of me fucking goofy you kids, so whatever, it is what it is. Band called Copeland, and it's a really amazing record called In Motion. Very chill. I mean, you can listen to this going to sleep. You can listen to it on long car drives, on long car rides. Band called Mixtapes, and this is Maps. And they just recently came out with a new record, and it's really, really, really good. I have it. I don't know if I have it in the stack or not. The vocalist reminds me of like old MXPX, and there's a girl that does vocals as well. She reminds me of a band called Lemuria. It's like a mix of those two bands, but it's really, really good. At least that's how I look at it. You know, other people might see it differently. The next record I have two of them in here. I got both copies. They're different colored printings, but it's Maker, and the record's called Mirrors. And I got a chance to see them with Rotting Out and Pento last time they all came through. I guess the vocalist was just having an off night, but I really wish I was into their music before they came through. I hadn't really listened to it until their show, so next time they come through, I definitely got to go see them. Band called Sea Haven, Winter Forever. One of my all-time favorite. I keep saying one of my favorite bands, but I mean, this band really sticks out among the others.
If you ever have a chance to see them live, please do.
Yes, they are amazing, amazing, amazing live. Their record is like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. And you see them live, and it completely blows that out of the water. So, this record is Basement. I wish I could have stayed here. It's on green out of 200, I believe. And it took me a really long time to find this record because I didn't pre-order it. And they actually just played what I believe is their last show, or they're going on hiatus out at Sound and Fury in California, and I didn't get to go. Kind of bummed about that because they're from the UK, but hopefully they'll still play a couple more shows sometime in the near future. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. And then a really awesome band called Title Fight, who I'm seeing in like a week and a half at a fest called This Is Hardcore in Philadelphia. But I got both of their pressings. There's a black pressing that I don't have, which is the most common. And then I've got the red and I got the blue. The red is out of 200, I believe. And you could only get that. The red, I think, was just pre-order. And the blue you could only get on their tour. That one tour. And they were only giving away a couple. Or it might be the other way around. I can't really remember. It was a while back. So, and then this is a more upbeat youth crew type hardcore band, Disengage, and it's the vocalist of the band I was just showing you, Title Fight, and it's his band. It's a newer, more recent band, and it's on white. It's the rarest. It's out of 150, I believe. And then the Wonder Years. A lot of kids loved this band, and they got big, and then now a lot of kids hate on them. Whatever, if you want to follow hype and shit. I really like them. Let's see, what is this one? This one's on like an auburn red color. This is their newest record. Suburbia, I've given you all, and now I'm nothing. And now I'm nothing. And this record, the color is really cool. It's a half and half yellow, half like bluish marble color. And I'm about to make a second video because this one's almost 15 minutes long. So I will see you in a few minutes.